guys, I'm Samantha.
I'm Arnold and welcome to Weekend Brain.
You know, there's this new trend. I wouldn't say trend, but picking on people's emotions that's happening with concerts. Like, I feel like they're just harping and making money on nostalgia right now. You went for Linkin Park.
Yes, and concerts are definitely one thing, but I see nostalgia coming around in so many other ways in the tech community. But let's talk about Linkin Park, please. I didn't realize how much it would affect me emotionally. For a lot of Linkin Park fans in India, they've not been here for like ever, right? So we've been listening to them for about 20 years. So this was just like emotions just coming down together. It was amazing. I ended up going for the concert alone. I didn't really check who's going for the concert. I just booked my ticket. I wanted to go alone. I ended up meeting a cousin of mine over there who came down from Goa, and it was just something that, you know, like the universe working its magic, because
the stars aligned.
Yes, because I started listening to Linkin Park with him in Goa on his Winamp player on his Windows computer in his bedroom. Like, he also had a Linkin Park poster in his bedroom, I remember.
Speaking of nostalgia, Winamp player.
Winamp player, exactly. Like, when you think of Winamp, you can already see those
visuals. Whoa.
Turn visualization on. But oh my god, it was what an experience. I hugged about 4 random men. My marriage is still safe. I spoke to Mel about it. But it was just one of those moments where it was nothing like anything else that I've gone for Coldplay, we've gone for Imagine Dragons. This just broke through all of those.
You know, I feel like this is such a sweet thing that happened to you at a concert. And I love concerts for that, because no matter what, everyone everywhere is just happy, and then you just like feel that energy around. That's why I love music festivals and going for concerts, because everyone is just on a happy high from the music that they are listening to. And the same thing happened to us when we went for Green Day, which was last year. Oh my god, all like-minded people around. It was a karaoke, humongous karaoke. I think y'all had the largest crowd of 70,000 this year. And there was 40,000 or 45 odd, I might be wrong, for Green Day. But it was the largest karaoke I've ever been for. And they started the concert with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wow.
So they just, no one was on stage.
This was basically them just marinating the crowd.
Yeah.
Before tawa pe dal ke.
So there was no one on stage, and they just started playing. So this is what Green Day does as an homage to Queen. So there was no one on stage. Just before they get on stage, they play Bohemian Rhapsody, and the crowd, I'm getting goosebumps. I have videos of that day where the crowd
There
is
is
singing.
one particular video of Sam that has gone viral on all of our group, where she is just like, I think the earth rotated a little bit more because of her that day. She's just vibrating. We share it as a sticker on most of our groups. But that, I think, is testament to how much she enjoyed that concert.
Yeah. And I think that was also like, as you said, like just emotions galore, like, you know,
and
you're
a time machine.
welling up.
It's a time machine.
Yeah, completely.
It just goes back to like, and yeah, the topic for today is nostalgia, and how suddenly it has been. I mean, you know, we have trends that go around and come back around, but there's something else about this phase of concerts and everything else that
also brings me back to this conversation that we had long time back, where you have this playlist on Spotify that says
take me back to the good times.
No.
Oh yeah, send me that, my Bluetooth is on. But that playlist is basically all of these songs that, you know, we probably listened to around that time when we were probably in college, and we used to send tracks to each other via Bluetooth. Before Bluetooth and infrared, holding 2 phones together for like 3 minutes.
My god, the memories. But yeah, you know, there's something about songs that you've grown up listening to. You can listen to them no matter how old you get and how old you are, and they just sort of have this power to, if you're feeling sad, it'll just perk you up, and just it just changes your brain chemistry for that moment.
I have to believe there is some science behind this, because, you know, all the emotions that we feel eventually come down to some dopamine, oxytocin, or whatever. There has to be some correlation. Oh yes, of course. But there has to be some correlation to you listening to a certain sound or certain song that exhilarates you physically. Because even when I used to go running, I think I've spoken about this before. I know I used to be like on the last kilometer, I'm like out of, like, there's no way I can push myself forward. And if the right song hits, from where does the energy just come in?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have experienced this as well. You suddenly just like start bolting.
Yeah.
So there has to be something physical related to this emotional response.
I'm sure there's like a dopamine receptor that's freaking going wild somewhere when
Going
you
like
listen.
Sam at the Green Day concert.
I was telling Jeremy the other day, I said, like, if I'm dying and you want to wake me up, na, just play Don't Stop Believing or anything like from that time, na, like any of these rock songs like RHCP or something. I think I'll just like, wake up and directed by Michael Bay. Like, it's like my hand will move or something.
Sam is on the deathbed, like all the doctors are coming with the CPR machine. Jeremy's like, 1 second, please go. He's come with his Bluetooth speaker. I got this. Yeah, but for me, coming back to Linkin Park, like some people who are true fans or true fans of music, probably not Linkin Park. I met this group of boys who came in from the Northeast. And I think the Northeast music scene is something else. Like so sweet and so, they're just there, everyone just coming together for the love of the music. We started chatting. Yeah, they got a few hugs from me as well.
I can imagine Arnie. So first of all, you do realize that what you did is most people's bucket list item, right? Go alone to a concert.
No.
Or go alone to work for a movie. Like people have these things.
Really?
Whether it's not a bucket list, it's at least a resolution. So I think you've done what most people aspire to do. And then I can just imagine Arnie just like, because there he no holds bar, right?
Yes.
Like there he can go and speak to anyone. He's probably gone to someone's house and gone eaten food and come back. I'm surprised he didn't bring people home.
I am, in fact, I enjoyed myself so much that we are planning to go to Nice somewhere in May. And I already checked, Linkin Park is playing for a couple of concerts. One is something like Lollapalooza called a Rock I Am concert in Germany. But they also have a standalone day. So I'm really, really looking, I'm still considering
Here
it.
goes your hyperfixation.
Yes, that is a problem. Yeah.
You really need to...
I need treatment for a lot of things. Yeah, this is up there for sure. But you know what? Fuck it. Like
you need to see a therapist for this hyperfixation.
This is me. I will go for it. I'll go through the high and then come down to the low. And something else also comes out.
Fair enough. All right. But why do you think this shift and this nostalgia comeback is happening? Like Himesh Reshamya's gig was killer. People were going crazy because he was playing and these are these old songs that people have grown up with. Like, see, for people who've listened to rock and roll and for people who've listened to Bollywood, I think growing up, Himesh was...
Yeah, Atif Aslam, Himesh Reshamya. An Atif Aslam song plays right now also.
Especially this 90s kids.
Millennials. I think this why this is happening right now is millennials are having their time.
Yeah.
Because suddenly a lot of the things that we grew up in, we've listened to Coldplay, we've listened to bands even before that, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, Guns N' Roses and all that. But for me, Linkin Park hit a spot because through my college life, we saw Linkin Park as a new band. It's not a band that already established. So there was something like Mike Shinoda was part of Fort Minor. We listened to Fort Minor songs. Yeah. So we saw the band form. Then, of course, R.I.P. Chester. And then they went down. And then this is actually a comeback to your own lifetime as a millennial. So I think that's why it hit a spot in so many ways.
But I also think, like, when we were growing up, we didn't have access to concerts or anything because things like this didn't happen, right? Like, and even if they did happen, they were so expensive that we couldn't afford it only. Yeah. Like me, when Shakira came here, I didn't even know you had to buy passes to a concert. I thought if you go outside, you can buy the passes and go inside. So and then I went there and they're like, no pass, no entry. I was like, oh shit, now what to do? I've walked from my house to this concert area because my mom was like, I'm not giving you money to go. Like,
how old were you?
I was in the first year, I think.
I have a feeling your mom knew that if you don't have passes, you can't go, but she just let you go nonetheless.
I stood on top of an Omni van and watched her on the screen.
Perfect. Now that's a story to tell.
I watched the concert.
That's a story to tell. But talking about nostalgia, there's in a lot of other avenues of life as well, I see a comeback happening. I know in the tech world, I know people suddenly buying old iPhone 5Ss to click that grainy photographs true to life and then airdropping it to their phones and then putting it up. Like the prices of older iPhones, 5S, 3GS, 4S are suddenly going up of pre-owned iPhones. Wired earphones are coming back.
Wired earphones are back.
Wired earphones have made such a comeback suddenly.
Yeah. I think it's also because of like
radiation,
aesthetic. Oh.
No, there's two arguments to that. Yes,
Oh,
aesthetic, 100% aesthetic. But then the other argument also, we're trying to reduce as many as Bluetooth, I don't know, exposure to rays as much as we can.
But I think this also happens with fashion in general. Like if you
Yes.
see your bell bottoms and all of that are coming
Yes.
back, but that's a cycle
That's
that
a cycle that
happens
keeps
every
coming. Yeah.
whatever few years. But I feel like people hold on to nostalgia only for the fact that, you know, there's like when you as an adult, when you don't feel in control of anything that's happening around you or of your feelings, you know, when you go back to like this set playlist,
It will take
It
you
will-
back
yeah,
to a safe
and-
place.
yeah, and
like a
you-
safety blanket.
yeah, exactly. And I feel that's what's happening. Like even the Kodak cameras are coming back, but
Yes,
in keychain form.
yes.
So they're like very bad, grainy
also
pictures.
those throwaway cameras.
Yeah.
Those
yeah,
are coming back.
yeah.
Yeah. You also know, we both follow a YouTuber called Peter McKinnon.
Yes.
He went through a whole year of only shooting on film. So it's weird that all of these things are coming back again. And shooting on film is, his argument was, you take pictures that are more, there's a reason why you just don't click 10 pictures and then choose the best one.
You
will have
compose the best
Yes.
pictures and you do
Yes, so
there's
it's
more
purposeful.
meaning.
It's
yeah.
purposeful.
Yeah.
So many things from my purview that I see, that it's not only with concerts, it's not only with tech, but so many things are making a comeback. I don't know whether I'm noticing all of these things because I have reached midlife and now
But think about it, you're suddenly in right now.
Yeah.
You're like
aesthetic ye to main, when I was doing the walls, you were in your father's balls.
One second, why were you doing walls?
I don't know, yeah. This is just a saying. There's another one also. When I was in Baghdad, you were in your dad's bag.
No. Where do you get these things?
I don't know, yeah. I
from?
don't know why they live also on my brain. I hear them and they just stick. Sorry.
You know, they say that millennials are still 24, like they haven't outgrown that 24 phase, and I think all these old things coming back are just like
Yes, it's our time to shine.
Yeah.
I'll agree. It is our
Yeah.
time to shine, and we are enjoying the.
like half the
glitter.
people who are playing at our concert, their one leg is in the grave, but we are still like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be like silent, I think, for some time because I'm still in that afterglow. Talking about like fixation, that's all my playlist is right now. Because I remember when we were going for the Enrique concert also, we were in the cab and I was playing Enrique songs and Sam is like, but we are going for this concert. Why are we listening to Enrique now and later also? Like she just didn't get it. She spoke out of concern. Like, but why? And I didn't get why she didn't get it.
But I hope we listened to the song before because this concert was just
It
so
was so
bad.
bad. Enrique was so,
It was so
bad.
I love Enrique, but everyone who was saying like, oh, you know, you have to consider how old he is and all, can suck an egg, please. You should compare.
Yeah, you need protein.
Yeah. Please, there's Bryan Adams and everyone who's performing like 3 hours.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Like
Literally one leg
AC/DC.
in one foot in the grave.
Like someone tell them what their age is.
Yeah.
They forgot.
That's just
Yeah, I honestly love Enrique, and like honestly, tomorrow if he comes down, he can fuck my wife. It's okay. He's earned it. But that concert was shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that concert was shit.
That's another thing that, you know, there's good and bad, and how do you treat it? Like everyone went for Enrique because of nostalgia.
Yes.
And then like it felt like you're in some side gully in Puerto Rico with the visuals and all
because
that.
his backup singers were amazing.
Oh my god.
They
They saved him.
god, they
Yeah.
were amazing. He did nothing but just give everybody hulki that day. I don't know if you remember. He just kept doing this on stage, and of course he came with his cap and everything. That guy looks like I don't know, stunner for his age, but concert purely sucked ass
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people, I get it, you want to defend things because you are. I loved Enrique, but you have to call an axe an axe.
Yeah.
If the
I'm
concert
paying
sucked,
money.
the
If I'm
concert
not getting
sucked.
my money's worth, then what's the point?
Yeah.
But see, now you come here, you're not even subscribed, but you get your money's worth here. So might as well subscribe. For those who are subscribed anyways, you're getting your money's worth.
Debatable. You're getting more than your money's worth, guys.
Also, once again, shout out to our Sri Lankan viewers, dude.
Yes.
Our last Civic Etiquette wala video has reached some 10 10K views, and you guys have been so sweet in educating us and just like helping us in the comments, and you all were so patient and you're so nice and kind. So
thank you. We had such constructive
Feedback. Yeah.
and constructive conversations in the comment section.
Yeah.
Uh,
I really enjoyed the comment section.
Yes, I did. And we were both, I think, also, at least I was replying from my channel.
Yeah, me too.
So, but that's just us. Because sometimes we don't have access to the Weekend Brain. Our producer doesn't trust us with it.
Yeah. Producer sitting behind. She sits with a cane, guys. You all don't know. Play with hungry people, poor people. But cane. Talking about nostalgia. Cane,
And
bro.
Abel.
Shut up.
Extreme nostalgia, this was.
I don't know about the non-Catholics, but the Catholics, I think whoever's watching here, Alita, I know you are here. If your parents went to Bandra Fair, you know what is coming back with them.
My mum was a teacher, a tutor, tuition teacher. So every year, Bandra Fair, she used to buy canes for the year.
Yeah.
Because she knew it would, she needed to replenish. And we lived in the times where it was fine. You couldn't arrest the person who backed your kid. So, like parents, some of the parents would pay extra fees also to do that.
Yeah. Like, my parents used to take tuitions, right? So the child's parents would never like raise their hand on the child, but they're like, "Aap maro sir."
Yeah.
Chalega. I was like, what?
Yeah. And because my mum itself was the tutor and I was the tutor's son, my mum had to show that she's not being biased to me. So I used to get free mail, like nothing to do also, I used to get on Fatta.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, Arnie.
Why are you breathing? Stop. Yeah, my mom used to, I got those canes, the long ones with the plastic handle at the end.
Yeah, and you know how they used to select also? They used to
The
hear
sound.
the sound. So there's a thick one and a thin one. Oh! And
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
free dancing. I think this is how I was good at dancing.
Crack a whip. Shake that hip. Sorry, I don't know.
But me and my brother, like, my parents used to not like think so much ahead. So they used to buy one cane like to scare us and all in the house, and it used to be on top of the cupboard. We used to inevitably like push it down, and we had that heavy Godrej
can't
cupboard.
move that cupboard, yeah.
So we used to tip it over on the other side, like put it between the wall and the cupboard so no one can reach it. But yeah, fun times.
How long will I slide? From the other side.
You know, they say spare the cane. What is that?
Yeah, God.
Spare the cane, spoil the child? Yeah.
She spoiled the cane, so the child was spared.
But yeah, spare the cane, spoil the child. I think a lot of people in today's day and age need to read this. This needs to be on a t-shirt.
This needs to do a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, this for nostalgia
purposes.
Yes,
Yeah, just
only
that.
for nostalgia's
Just because it's trending.
In the concert again, of course, like a lot of people miss Chester
Yeah.
as being part of the band, right? And that has to be true. I know of so many people who are so critical of Emily Armstrong, but I think she's doing a great job, man.
You know, it's very interesting that I know of a few people who didn't want to go for the Linkin Park concert because it was in Chester, obviously.
Right.
So, and they're like, Emily, we don't know. And I don't think we had the influx of videos of their concerts before. Like, no one actually goes and sees like when they performed and like tried to see their performance, right? And I've seen a lot of stories of people saying everyone needs to say sorry to Emily
100%.
because we judged her so bad.
100%. I know of a lot of friends who are like, no, not the same. Chester was a legend. Two things can be true. Chester was a legend, 100%, but you have to give her credit to what she's doing. First of all, let's imagine Chester didn't exist, okay, for a moment. And look at her individually. I think she is doing such a fabulous job. And now add that she's filling these big booths. Okay?
Very big
Very,
booths.
very big booths. And she's out there on stage while the crowd is still shouting Chester, Chester, you have to still go there and perform. Understand the place that she's in.
Yeah.
Okay?
But I feel like that's a thing I don't think the crowd would do it with malice.
They,
It's
they were not doing it with malice,
yeah,
100%. And I'll tell you why I noticed that is because there was a song where the instruments start and it's Chester starts. Everyone started going Chester, Chester, and then she went to the mic and she started singing. And at the end of the song, people were not only shouting Linkin Park, Linkin Park. I heard them shouting Emily, Emily.
I'm getting goosebumps
Like,
right now.
I felt that, sure, of course, it was not coming out of malice. It was not coming out of hate. It was, of course, coming first only for love for Chester. But I think that must have been what a moment for her and to understand
Yeah.
where she's come. And I think also a brilliant decision of taking a female artist, first of all, in place of Chester, because I don't think any guy, no matter how good, would ever fill those boots.
Yeah. It sounds like, what are you doing types, but
Yeah.
I think it's a very good play
Yeah.
on their behalf of taking her.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like she's so inherently cool.
She's very inherently cool. She can come up there with like rags.
Yeah,
and she'll
she's
be
just
cool.
like,
She uses cool.
yeah, I
She was
like,
singing and her hair was just flying with static.
what?
Yeah,
How?
I'll show you because I don't know why she had static, but her hair was just like strands were all over the place.
Chester was
I
around
felt
her,
that was
dude.
so cool, and she couldn't give a fuck. She came there, she did her thing, and if there is an afterlife, I am sure Chester has given her blessings. 100%. I can
Wow.
guarantee this because like you can see it, and like, oh my god, there was this one part where Mike Shinoda comes on stage and he says, "Any Fort Miners fans over here?" And people lost their shit, and he started singing
Where'd You Go?
Where'd You Go?
Huh.
Of course, she started singing Where'd You Go, and then she took Where'd You Go to a higher note. So no one has heard that, and like, what the fuck was happening? And then suddenly, at the end of the second verse of Where'd You Go, they link it to a Linkin Park song with the guitar. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm telling you, like, what? I'm telling you, there's some guy.
Please, this is PG-13 now. If your children are watching, tell them not to watch.
Yeah, we were riding the horse. So I came back home. Mel and Armin were there at home, and someone put up the video of the entire concert, and I was going through that concert to search for that. And like Armin just looked at me and she's like, I don't understand you. so I was like, it was that kind of moment. She's like, but you were just there less than 24 hours ago. Like, but I don't know how to explain. I wanted to give it.
You just wanted to find that.
No, in her defense, I was going through the whole because I started the video to search that, but like started looking at the entrance itself, and I was just like,
the visuals and all were really good. Also, I don't know if everyone's noticed, this is not a nostalgia anymore. This is a Linkin Park episode.
It
now.
is. Sorry. But yeah, but this is like the most recent nostalgic wave that we felt. So yeah. Little bit more, but I was in the
thoda adjust kariye.
I was in the general admission section, and so I was not really in front of the speakers, and I was just in the same place for Bloodywood, and the sound was good. I was like, why the fuck is the sound not great over here? I realized because everyone was singing every song loudly, and that just overpowered the concert, and I realized, fuck, like, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Someone put up a reel recently. Mel showed it to me that millennials going through nostalgia at the Linkin Park concert.
And they're all
bald heads everywhere, receding hairlines. And I was like, hit a spot. Hit a spot.
I was trying to look for you in that, but you were not there. So every video that came out, right, I was like, everyone's panning now. I was trying to look for Arnie. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'll find him in some random video, but I didn't.
Yeah, oh my god, what an evening. I was just noticing the watch that you're wearing. We don't realize how much nostalgia, influences us and has been for a while.
Yeah.
This is a classic Casio.
Yeah.
I've gone back as well I've always been wearing smartwatches for a while, and I suddenly pulled this guy out of the drawer because I don't know, it's just like I feel like going back to the good times again.
It's so weird that I think this is our second episode this year that we've said that
Going back to the good times.
Yeah, take me back to the good times. But I feel like just there's so much happening around us, and that's not in our control, like personally and like with your family, friends, politically. It's just crazy out there. And I think the one home that you find, the one, like you said, like your safety blanket is nostalgia.
Correct.
Is going back to the good times.
It takes you back to a time when you felt safe and things were simpler and a lot of things. Yeah, it's weird.
It's just that feeling of, I wearing this watch is not going to do anything. It's just like...
Aesthetic also, yes.
Yeah, but something from that time that you're wearing.
That you're holding on to.
Yeah. You know the rotary phones?
Phones, yeah.
Someone has come up with a rotary phone that connects to your mobile phone. So you don't have to, you can keep your mobile anywhere, you can connect it via Bluetooth.
So it connects wirelessly.
Yeah. And so basically you have no screen time. So you can pick up and speak like this.
Wow. Wow. But you know, long time ago also there was this phone that used to connect into the headphone jack.
This was long.
Because
yeah, even I had it. Yeah. It was a green color.
Yes, green and yellow.
Yeah.
Deadmau5 or someone also, Jeremy told me this, that he used to use it as a, as a, some DJ used to use it as a headphone where he would mix his tracks and listen to the headphone.
Your flip phones are back.
Are coming back.
Your fold phones are back.
Sony recently has launched one of their phones. First of all, they are only in few markets. But Sony has launched a phone now in 2025 with the headphone jack. So, like, a lot of people are suddenly now going back to the headphone jack.
I think we should like decide what we want.
What we want in life. Yeah. We're like confusing people. I think now we are at that stage now where you decide whether you want to go left or right.
Yeah.
Like, we are at that stage. You're becoming Paul Walker, you're becoming Vin Diesel. It's like...
Don't become Paul Walker in real life. Be Vin Diesel. I also feel like millennials suddenly have adult money to spend on the most random bullshit thing that they wanted as kids, like that Tetris thing that you used to play.
Yes,
the Game Boy brick game.
999 games in one.
So I wanted that brick game when I was a kid.
This is not the Game Boy. This is the brick game. Those proper ones. You should get them at a stationery shop also.
Yeah. And I was begging and pleading with my parents, and they said no. And I had taken part in some storytelling competition. They said, you had the story recited to us. If you know the whole story, we'll buy you. Ego pe lag gaya. Kar liya maine. Father said, recited. My father's like, I have to buy it for her now. So he's like, come on, let's go. Wow. And that's how he bought it for me.
That was Sam's first exposure to what it is to work for money. He works for what you want.
No, my parents are always like that. Like, you get this many marks and then we'll get you this or this. I don't know whether that was a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it was a good thing only because
it was a mix of both.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we have a lot of trauma also, and decision making that we do right now in adult life stems from something over there. Because we always... Because why do we question suddenly when something good happens to us automatically? We are like, did I recite that poem? Why am I getting this? I have to recite this poem.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot. I'm like, what? Why did I get this audition? Why am I selected for this? Like, what?
Yeah, have I worked? I need to, but maybe something bad is coming after this. Like,
shit. Same.
But I guess we are where we are also because of those things.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Yes.
Yeah.
But tell us, what do you guys think? Like, we've spoken about concerts, technology. We've spoken about music in a lot of ways, also making a comeback.
Clothes are making a comeback.
Anything else that you think that hits that spot for you guys? The H spot. No, the N spot. That sounds bad.
What is the N spot?
The nostalgia spot. Sorry.
So do you come up with all these like on the fly, or
I don't know.
Or you thought about this before?
I don't know. I just feel like now also you're like complimenting me. I'm feeling like there's one taunt coming.
No, I feel okay. Tell me this, millennials. If you are here, I know millennials are here. Like, are you okay with...
You say that I can sense you all around me. I know millennials are here. Speak to me.
This is my... What is that?
Medium. I'm a large, but anyways.
But tell me one thing. Are you all okay with like compliments? When I say okay, like when someone compliments y'all, do you all say thank you without feeling awkward, or you're just like stumped like a deer in headlights? Because that happens to me a lot. I want to know if it's a millennial thing or just a few people thing. Let us know in the comments.
I also feel it is a millennial thing because also it does not only come from our parents. We've also lived through school life where people would, before cracking a joke, they'd give you a compliment and they'll crack a joke on that compliment if you receive it gracefully. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if you have, like someone says, you know what,
don't mind,
nice eyes. Or you have nice eyes, and you'll be like, thank you. Again, dikhta nahi hai kuch bhi, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think whether we are somewhere ingrained that something is coming after that, like you feel like, is that it? It's just the compliment?
But I don't think that's just a millennial school thing. I'm sure like these kids also will.
No, I feel today's kids are way more, I think, kinder in a lot of ways. Like I don't watch 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street, the sequel, when they go back and
but again, I feel like that's fiction, no?
No, but a lot of that fiction is based on fact. Like, he says, you gotta one strap this bag and then the guy, he goes and pushes someone and says, hey, gay. He's like, yeah, is that why you pushed me? And then he's like, but what? No, that's how I pushed. You know what I mean?
So I feel like the action reaction has changed. But
Reaction change. Also, bullying, I think. Remember how the typical American school bully used to be shown?
Yeah.
Like, they don't show that anymore for present times.
Yeah. No, but I'm sure bullying is still a thing.
Yeah, but
Sometimes,
people chat about it online. They'll send you emojis that you don't know what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Hashtag adolescence.
I sent him a purple heart. I don't know what it means. He's suddenly sending me nudes. What the fuck is going on? Another thing that I've noticed with millennials, I don't know if it's a millennial thing or like just people wanting something comforting, but a lot of us watch old series on repeat.
Yes.
Like Friends or like your That 70s Show or anything else like Hum Punch.
Yes.
Dude, where can I find Hum Punch? I want to watch Hum Punch. But like my brother does that. He just Supernatural, basically it's like white noise. Supernatural is just playing on TV while he's doing work around the house or like he's just chilling in the house also. He's not paying attention to the TV. But Supernatural is playing.
That's a reason. I think Friends is the biggest example for a lot of people because I think that's one show that people watch again and again and again.
You know, when we were watching Ozark, when I think the last season of Ozark came out and we just discovered Ozark during the lockdown and we just binged Ozark, right? After a point, it got too heavy and I was like, I need to cut this with something. We randomly started watching That 70s Show.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just like playing, like I would not pay attention also, but I loved that show.
Yeah, That 70s Show was a good show. For me, my all-time show would be Big Bang.
Yeah, same.
Big Bang for me is that if I need to watch something.
Hey, you're deviating from How I Met Your Mother. How can you do this, Ani Bani?
I think How I Met Your Mother I used to like because I was going through that whole phase and I'm like fuck, I want to be like, wow, who's this Barney Stinson? Fucking getting the chicks. I was self-proclaimed.
There was a time where I used to call him Ani Stinson, Ani Bani.
Yes.
His name was on my phone was saved as that.
I mean, I love the character, man. Especially when you're going through a whole phase, he becomes God.
Yeah, and then you come to know he's gay. Like,
shit, this is a googly question.
Yeah, even I feel like we get excited when you see like those Pepsis, the juices.
Gutter ka pani se banaya hua hai.
You know what should make a comeback? Gold Spot.
Wait, that day I tasted something that tasted exactly like Gold Spot.
What?
Yeah, my colleague told me, fuck, this tastes exactly like Gold Spot. And I was like, yeah. I can't remember what it was, but we had this conversation. I will let you know.
Was it a candy or was it a drink?
No, it was a drink. It was
What?
a drink. Yeah, I'll tell you.
My
I'll
God.
think about it.
Have you all ever played Gold Spot?
I forgot the game. I have played it at some point.
You have to jump on someone else's foot. Gold Spot and then you jump back. And then basically it's like dodgeball but dodge foot.
This is why...
You break your toes so
why millennials, boys cannot find the G-spot. Because they're finding the wrong one. How did we not think of Gold Spot being the G-spot? Suppose you had a time machine, you had one chance to go. Would you go back like to Gatsby era? Or would you go back to a time when you lived your life? So you'll go back to the 90s, say, because you so fondly think of the 90s or early 2000s.
I think I would go back to the 70s. That's the hippie era, right?
Yeah, 70s
I
is
think
the
I would
hippie
go
era.
back.
I think I would go back to the 90s only. Like, Known Devil is better than... like, I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah, I want to know now. Like, anyway, I'm like...
Like, you think you know, but fucking history has been lying to us. Like, fuck, everything in the textbook was wrong. Shit, like, fuck. I don't want to do that. So I'd rather go to the 90s.
No, if I go back to the 90s, then that means the canes will be back. I don't want to go there.
But then you will be handling the cane this time.
Oh.
You're gone in your this age, but you're just living in the 90s.
You know, if I go in the 90s, the first thing I would do is like buy a house.
Spoke like a true millennial.
I would buy a house. I would invest
buy
in a house.
4 houses at least. Then I don't have to work for life.
Yeah.
The climb would happen early 2000s and then chill.
Yeah.
Go for Green Day. VIP. But yeah, speaking of, nostalgia and all that, we would really love to know anything that you think we've missed out and that we could probably think of and go like, wow, yes, kya baat hai types. So let us know in the comment section.
And what do you think of nostalgia coming back, and why is it coming back? Let's have these meaningful conversations in the comment section, guys.
Yeah, and no question is a stupid question.
Yeah.
Huh? Like you can, I think, open a floodgate of like a conversation where, because you're thinking of something and someone else is not thinking of it, and then you start the conversation and you're like, wow. Fuck ho gaya.
Yeah.
So please.
Because we genuinely do enjoy. I'm telling you, I really, like our last episode, I enjoyed engaging with everyone in the comment section, and it was very enlightening and like, you know, very informative and all of that. It was really cool, and I feel like also we finally hit 200 subs.
Woo!
I think the only pod that is excited about 200 subs.
We will be excited about every sub that we get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone who thought, like, you know, who watched our episode and thought that we are worthy enough to get your sub.
Thank you very much. Also, thank you to any new Sri Lankan subscribers that we've had, because I'm sure we've had a few since our last episode.
Yes.
Thank you for talking to us through and, you know, educating us through a lot of things in the comment section.
And
we really
nicely
do
and
appreciate
kindly.
it. Yeah. You go. You'll have so many things to teach the world, and I love the way you'll do it. So thank you. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
See you in the next one.